Hello, 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 everyone. I'm going to check the audio myself. Welcome in. Hello, 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 everyone. I'm going to. Okay. I think I'm good here on my end. I'm going to wait for some of you guys to come in. This is about to be a very important part of the psychic investigation. Guys, come on in. There is more to the story. We're going to talk about Erika Kirk is missing in the spirit realm. Trump has an entity, and now Pastor Joel Osteen enters the chat, right? There is a lot of weird, auspicious things happening throughout this psychic investigation, but I got a lot of good information. Guys, come on in. When you come on in here, half of you guys that watch this channel on a regular basis, girl, you are not subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Help me grow. I put my heart, my soul, my passion, my energy into helping evolve humanity to a higher state of consciousness. And please put a like on the video. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. You can hear me. Okay. Perfect, guys. We need to get into this. So let me tell you a few things. Last night, there was a lot of weird, auspicious things happening when I was doing the psychic investigation that involved, bringing Trump's energy in. I have a lot to tell you guys. And so I didn't push it because it felt like at first I was like, i- are they putting up blocks in the spirit? Well, yes. But I'm here to tell you that these people are missing. These elites right now, it's not just the government shutdown. There's a reason why everything is shut down right now. And I'm going to tell you what that reason is. So, after I ended that live last night and on my way to bed, all of the visions and messages started to flow in, girl. And I was like, should I hop back on? I was like, no, I'm just going to wait until tomorrow morning and come on here. Welcome in, guys. It's about to get good. Ooh! It's about to get good. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Okay, let me get my notes here. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to catch you guys up to speed, but this is a very important video. What I want you guys to all understand is that literally everybody's off script right now. We know that, the Charlie situation was a stage situation. And I've been following his energy. And it's not until I really tapped into his, so to speak, wife, Erika, that now I am definitely leaning to Charlie not having anything to do with this, or at least not now. His energy may be the only energy that him and Candace Owens' energy may be the only energy that literally has some sort of, what do you call it? Goodness still in the heart. The rest of these people is about to get crazy. Okay? Here's the thing. What you have to know is that the government is shut down for a reason. And I'm going to tell you what that reason is. But I need to tell you this Turning Point USA has, in fact, been compromised. Remember last year when I was saying that Trump will be compromised? Trump has been compromised with an entity. Erica, Erica Kennedy, girl. Oh, it's about to get deep. I wanted to say Erika Kirk, but you know who Erika Kennedy is? Erika Kennedy is the one that Diddy allegedly knocked off because she was also getting, putting out books and stuff about his lifestyle, which it's funny how he did not kind of did escape the karma because of what is going on with him now. But here's the thing. She was murdered, Erika Kennedy. And so I need to bring this to you guys' attention because that's kind of what I saw last night happening to Miss Erika Kirk. These people are now turning on each other, these elites. So, what you must know, Turning Point USA has been compromised and Trump has been compromised. The reason why the government is shut down because they are literally resetting the earth. Part of what we were experiencing last night when they were, I don't want to say there were messages coming through, but there wasn't an energetic signature to attach to the message. I read energy signatures. Last night, there was a major shift between the night before with Erika, Kirk's energy, and then yesterday, day and night. Something happened with the moon cycle, and I'm getting a 24 or 25 moon cycle agenda or ritual. Something happened. Whatever they did it under a moon. And what I am telling you is that Erika Kirk, this is what I saw. Now, you guys know I'm very prophetic. I get a lot of prophetic dreams and visions. So these three things that I'm going to tell you about are prophetic, sent directly from source, right? Because these people's energy is out of the building, not here, missing in action. This is what I'm saying. So what you have to know of what I saw, this prophetic vision that I got last night for Erika Kirk, I saw someone on the news and it was like a black newscaster. And then I saw Miss Erika. Remember I was talking about how if you look at the word America, it has Erika in it. Remember she was Miss America? Didn't she not get into a Miss America pageant that actually I think is owned or Trump was her boss? I know that Trump is heavily involved in that. I saw almost it was like saying Miss America, but that's why source was leading me to the energy of look at the word America. It has Erika in it. So it said Miss Erika, Miss America, Miss Erika doesn't make it. Miss America, this is two parts. Erika is playing the role of not only Erika, but she's playing the role of our country, America. Remember when I said last year we're going to get an America's daughter? That's the presidency we find ourselves in, a blend of Kamala and a blend of Trump. None of these people are in control. And now Erika is a physical representation of what we have here. And when we zone out and we look within her energy field, what do we have? A lot of cringe videos, a lot of AI stuff going on. Your government, literally, probably all of these people are using AI. Have we even had a government meeting for how long now? Look, Sleepy Joe was wearing skin masks and AI and all of this stuff. I'm telling you, they have been literally. I'm going to crescendo this. Let me not get to that now. But here's the thing: when we look at her energy, it's been weird energy. It's been giving. I don't really care. It's been giving that I did it, and I'm not trying to hide it. Like everyone has been suspicious about her from day one. They're not trying to hide it because they're trying to alert you to something bigger going on. Erika, America, Miss America. When we think about Miss America, we think about pristine, clean, even, virginal, everything of light and beauty. But this Miss America has been tarnished and everyone can see who she is. They are trying to point us to tell you about what is happening to America. And in this prophetic vision, I saw this newscaster say, Miss Erika doesn't make it. It felt final. It felt like a passing. No, I'm not going to say that she's actually passing and leaving the earth. But what I'm telling you, at the very least, Miss Erika Kirk will not be involved in Turning Point USA. She has lost the ability to actually run it. She has zero control. Even if we see her there speaking, she has zero control. It is a total to her involvement. It could also be a physical one as well, guys. And you guys have to understand, just because you see someone's avatar walking around, What is the consciousness inside? That's what I keep trying to tell you guys. They have been slowly switching out these people's consciousness right before our eyes, starting back with Kate Middleton. Now, look at Kate Middleton. She's a shell of herself. She doesn't even have a personality. It seems like she doesn't even have energy to muster up even like a bit of happiness. I'm telling you, they have been switching people's consciousness out for a very long time. And this is what I see is what is going on with Miss Erika Kirk. I am telling you, it's either a physical passing, it's definitely a passing in terms of she doesn't have any control over Turning Point. No control. She may be a casualty of the war she agreed to. Because what does a Matrix always do when they're done with their tools? They break them. And at the same time, when we zone out, that's happening on a micro level. On a macro level, when we zone out, Erika Kirk is a representation of America. A representation of what? That Statue of Liberty, which actually people have come out and say that if you look closely, there's actual chains on it, like at the bottom. We've never been a free and sovereign place. We've had the illusion, the pretty Miss America that, you know, you can have the white picket fence and the houses and the 2.5 children and all of that. We've been smoke and mirrors. And something will happen with the Statue of Liberty. There will either be some sort of truth coming out about it. There is more esoteric stuff behind it. But I'm telling you that Miss Erika, Miss America, is passing. And it's dualistic. We're also talking about the country of America. As we know, Source said that the country of America is in a blood covenant with Israel. Not the Israeli people, but what we call the Zionists, the government. America government is Zionist. Israel government is Zionist. You got the Pope is Zionist. We got Queen Elizabeth, King Charles. All of them have German origins. We're going back to the original 13 bloodlines. We're going back to literally the people who have always controlled our minds and our consciousness. All of these secret societies, whether they appear to be separate, the Masons, the Illuminati, the Scottish Rite, the this, the that, they're still all one, ran by the same people. It is literally us against them, and it's always been that way. And you're going to know it because Miss America will fall down. There is a major crack, not just the crack that Charlie's event put into the fabric of America and of our reality, rather, but with Miss Erika Kirk. And you see how I'm calling her Miss Erika Kirk? I call people that normally when they're past. Normally when now it's like Miss America. The moment they set her up to win, because she was set up to win, Miss America. I don't know if she won or not, but she was set up to win or at least to be runner up or something. She was set up because of the codes, because her energy and America energy are literally in the blood covenant. The blood covenant, Israel, America, King Charles, Queen Elizabeth, which is still hopping and popping into bodies. She's still body hopping to this day. This is what we have to know. So that's the first prophetic thing. Erika Kirk is missing. I don't care if we see her. Just know she's not running nothing up in here. And I'm getting a heavy, heavy, heavy passing energy. So who's to say she won't get switched out? But Source never lies. That's the first thing you have to know. Second thing is, and I recorded all of these, Trump has an entity. So when I sat here yesterday and I was doing the automatic writing for Trump, and I'm like, that's interesting. Where's his energy? His energy is missing. Because Trump has been compromised long ago. There isn't any Trump. Let me tell you what I saw. I saw, source showed me when Erika hugged Trump, the day of the Charlie's memorial, when Erika hugged Trump, source showed me that same scene. But this time, Trump was not Trump. Trump was a full entity, not part entity, not Trump having an attachment like our automatic writing displayed yesterday, but he was a full entity. And what entity was he? You guys know I remove entities for a living. By the way, if you want to book a session, there'll be some links down below. I remove entities for a living. I remove reptilians. I remove grays. I remove parasitic energies, energy vampires, demons. Who was it? It was a demon. It was completely black. Demons will show up like all black. It had like red sort of kind of eyes. And I had seen this energy before in sessions. So I knew exactly what I was looking at. Demons are different from reptilians and different from grays, where they the grays kind of run experiments, right? And the reptilians, they control things. So they might use you to control a certain event, which when we zone out, it has something to do with keeping order collectively, their order, to keeping themselves in control. This was not that. Demons are innately just lower vibrational. They don't like, they're not trying to plan anything higher. They don't have that consciousness. Completely like the bottom of the barrel is what I'm telling you. That is the entity that hugged Erika. And it was almost when that thing hugged, it was not Trump. I don't care if we see Trump's body. We are in a spiritual template now. We're in the spiritual realm. What hugged Erika was a demon. We got to get that clear. There isn't any Trump. Trump is gone. There isn't a Trump. You have to know that. Trump's energy is out the building. This is a full demon that hugged her. I saw it. Sir showed it to me. When he hugged her, who's to say that that didn't enter her into deeper into a contract now with this energy? And it's interesting that now her energy's gone. And Source is sending me messages that she doesn't also make it. These elites are either going underground, having their doppelganger or their clones up here, because something is about to pop off on the surface of the earth. Or either, or rather, and this, elites are taking out other elites. The body hopping is a much bigger issue than we ever thought that it was. They are literally switching consciousness out on us. And I've seen this even happen to Michael Jackson, you know, where they take you to these underground, you know, facilities. It's kind of like the beginning part of the underworld, the beginning part of hell. There's different layers to hell. The beginning part is literally located right underneath your Vatican, right underneath, you know, probably the White House, girl, right underneath, you know, the castle in Great Britain with the royals, right underneath Hollywood. I've seen underground facilities there where, you know, back in the day where all of these ancient Egyptian gods were like, okay, have bird face, have man, or have, you know, cat, have this. That's what they do to people. I know that sounds crazy, but I have seen it because I've remote viewed it and it's popped up several times. So if they can do that, why couldn't they just switch a consciousness in, you know, a regular body without changing it to some half human, half whatever? So this is a sidebar. Trump ain't here. Trump is gone. Trump is gone. Erika, I want to call her Erika Kennedy. And we know Erika Kennedy is no longer with us. That's what I'm saying. This is a confirmation. Something's going down with Erika Kirk. I don't know if we will see it physically, because if they took her out now, would that not be odd and suspicious? She could be getting switched out. There could be a clone playing her. Who knows? But she herself is not there. This is what source is saying. And so you have to know that this Turning Point USA is 100% compromised. And let me tell you who I saw. Because remember, Kirk, the last name Kirk means church. What we were witnessing is they were telling us this is the fall of the church. No, the fall of the church as you know it, and the beginning of something else. See, Turning Point USA, the compromised version, now is literally going to put things into place where people will think they're getting the old school values back. We're going to get to Joel Osteen's part in all of this. Here's the thing. Charlie Kirk was so young when he became this kind of young conservative. This is an unnatural way to be. Let me explain this to you as a youth. As a kid, as a youth, as a teenager, because I think some like millionaire guy invested in him when he was like, he dropped out of community college or something like that. He was young. I think he was under 20. Charlie Kirk was groomed to be Charlie Kirk. See, sometimes, guys, people come in our lives and we don't know what they have planned for us. We think we're doing all this stuff, and we may be, but they may have a bigger reason on why they are supporting us doing this. To be a young conservative is not a natural thing. Either you're heavily indoctrinated through the church, heavily indoctrinated through, people that are paying you, donors. There is a level of indoctrination because a natural child, a natural kid, teenager, young adult will naturally make mistakes and grow. It's not a natural way for them to be like just, young, conservative, straight-laced. That's not a natural movement as a human being. It's not natural. He was groomed. Charlie was groomed. As, like I said, this Turning Point USA was always a vehicle for the church. But now the question is, what church are we getting? So Turning Point USA will appear that they're bringing the values back. And it will appear that America is turning back into a Christian nation. When I said yesterday in the reading that the church is who took Kirk out, yes, it's bigger than just Israel. A lot of people say it had to be Israel. He was getting all this money from Israel. It's much bigger. It's the whole church is who did it. The Pope and all the rest of these elite people that I said. And we know why. Because he was getting too close to the truth. When you get too close to the truth, you will know it, because you will have people drop out. You will have people literally try to make you look crazy, like they're trying to do to Candace Owens right now. They're trying to make her look crazy. And so the church is involved, but I need you to understand that the church is the Rothschilds, is the 13 bloodlines, is the Illuminati, is the Masons. That's what you have to understand. This thing is much bigger. The very thing, like I said, that you're praying to is preying on you. There is an entity that I just keep saying. And we have to know this truth. That is tied to all of the world's religions. And when you pray out of destitute and scarcity and lack and selfishness through the 7 deadly sins, when you partake in these things, it makes you a vibrational match to the lesser God. There is a lesser God. There's only one source divine, which is all things. So the church as a conglomerate is what I'm talking about. There will be no separation between church and state. What's about to come up? They're going to say, we're making the world a better place. The one world religion. Even America now becomes back a Christian nation, renews its vows with the entity, right? It's what it is. To try to get people in the illusion that things are going to get better. But what it will be, the more you lose your sovereignty, because you're going to have to give up something in order to get that. They will make that clear. And you're going to think it's worth it because the world's going to be a better place. America's going to be a better place. So I can give up a little freedoms. I can give up a little, allow Big Brother in. The surveillance comes heavily, heavily, heavily surveillance comes. And you will agree to it in exchange for a future promise, but only it will be more captivity. And now Joel Osteen enters the chat. And Joel Osteen has been a pastor who has been heavily, like kind of not really, not really Christ-like, kind of Christ-like. It's like it depends on who you're talking to. Well, I saw an image of him and I recorded it. And I want to be sure that I say the right thing of what I saw. 1 second. Said like, okay. I also see Joe Osteen like standing in church, like on the stage, like he's going to speak. And I saw something move behind him. It looks like I'm seeing like like a matrix, right? So we are in the groundwork of the digital matrix. And it feels as if he's going to help usher it in as well. Yes, and I see blue houses kind of on top of his head. And these houses represent the houses that he. Okay, I know what I was trying to say. I woke up out of my sleep when I recorded that. Here's the thing. I saw Joe Osteen standing on a stage like he was going to preach. And then all of a sudden, I saw a bunch of blue houses behind him. So, if you go on to like Zillow and if you're looking for housing, right, they'll give you that little icon. So you'll see all the little houses in an area. These houses represent like different churches, different organizations, even different houses of like elite family members, right? Joel Osteen. Now, when we talk about the Antichrist, right? Like I said, there's more than one Antichrist. There are people that will help build the foundation of the Antichrist. As we know, Turning Point USA is an organization that is helping to lay the foundation down for that. Joel Osteen is going to enter the chat, and he's going to bring all of these houses together, these churches together. And when I mean churches, I'm talking different religions. I'm talking, it feels as if the churches will start to get smaller in the sense of all these mega churches. They will merge into one big conglomerate, right? And so the landscape of the individual churches will get smaller because what they have to do is they have to get the church underneath control of five separate companies or even one eventually. So then that way that this is going to lay down the groundwork for the one world religion, but they have to get those churches. So when I saw those churches behind him, it's almost like Joe Osteen is going to govern, let's say, a lot of different mega churches. And so the landscape of the churches becomes smaller because now that they got everyone hooked into the entity and their individual churches and all of that, now they're going to make the landscape smaller so that only one person is controlling the landscape of all these churches. And if you don't think that's possible, the very fact that the churches get some sort of tax credit, they're exempt from taxes. There's certain things that these churches can't talk about if they want to keep their status. So it has always been that. And so the landscape of the churches will start to get smaller and they will be more going into this totalitarian government way of being, way of existing. And Joel Osteen is going to be heavily involved in that. But I am telling you, some of these important people are already gone. I don't know if they went underground. I don't know where they went. And they will use tools on the surface of the earth to put things into place. And at the same time, as I saw all these houses behind him, I also saw something moving. And it reminded me of like an electrical wires or like a network. And you guys know that, was it last year, I think, or earlier this year rather, I had an image of a digital matrix being formed. This is what I see. Joel Osteen. Okay, let's look at it like this. Joel Osteen is going to be in charge of all of these houses or churches, right? But when we look at a digital matrix, it's going to be everything we have here on the surface of the earth, but in the computer. So you're going to be able to go to the digital church. You're going to be able to go to the digital bank. You're going to be able to go to the digital shopping, which we're already doing. You're going to be able to go and play, have playtime with your friends, or, they're already doing that online. All of these separate things that we're doing online, now when we add them all together, is a digital matrix. So much like, how the metaverse, you're going to be able to buy land and all those things, but it's much bigger than that. There will come a time where literally, and we're already creating our avatars now. There's people who literally do whole videos with just their avatar. That's what I'm saying. So, and they are literally speaking from inside of the computer. You think it's strange. People are already doing it. And you're going there and you're hearing the information, and you like it and you're subscribed. And by the way, subscribe to the channel, please, and like the video, because this is the bigger thing. What I want you guys to understand is everything's going digital. When they finally put the laws into place for crypto, this literally, there will not be paper dollars very soon in the future. The next few years, I would say so. At least by 2030. I really can't give it a date, simply because things can change all the time. But energetically, once they get the whole crypto thing sorted out, then just like they did with gold a long time ago, they start taking back. They'll start producing less dollars, and then they'll stop producing dollars, and then they'll tell you to go and turn your dollars in, for cryptos and all of that. That could take some time, but this is what they're already working on as we speak. These people may already be in the digital matrix. They don't have to show up. Why do they need to show up when we got AI? Even YouTubers don't show up anymore. They just go on ChatGPT, produce a script, and then they funnel it through an AI character, and the AI is doing the whole thing. And no one knows, because people don't understand the rhythm in which AI speaks in. AI has a certain rhythm, and it has an energy signature as well. But yet people watch it and they don't, and they're totally hooked in. So why would presidents need to show up? Why would anybody need to show up in physical form anymore? They don't need to. They can go to the digital matrix, that they're already in there, by the way. They got their avatars. They don't even need to sit in front of the computer, because they've already programmed everything. And when we zone out, what are they prepping and priming us for? I'm here to tell you, this thing is much bigger than Charlie. And in fact, it has nothing to do with Charlie, nothing to do with Erika, nothing to even do with Trump. When we zone out, what these churches are going to do, when they make the landscape smaller to make themselves more in control, the whole purpose of what they're going to do, when we talk about the one world government, I don't think people understand what we're talking about. It's going to be one band, one sound. When you go to court, there isn't going to be a judge there. There's going to be a computer there. It's going to compute your sentence. When you go to the bank, there isn't a teller there. You want to ask for a loan? There is the computer. There's one voice, one sound. And if you do anything that they deem that is not in alignment with their one world or one voice box, then they deny you across the entire digital landscape. This is what I want you guys to understand, is what is happening. So when I talk about switching consciousness out, it seems big. But when we zone out even more, when I tell you that there will be a literal one voice, God, that will control every system, judicial system, legislation, everything, your money, everything. There will be one consciousness running all of this. The 13 bloodlines was just, it's actually predated now. Now they're just moving into one AI source. One AI source. So your God, your government, your financial system, it's all in one voice box. That's what I am saying to you guys. This is what all of these movements are for. When we start to zone out and look into some of these larger templates, we're not only losing freedom of speech, we're losing sovereignty, we are losing the entire system is being reset to a digital matrix. Sure, your body and consciousness may be here on the surface of the earth for another 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But just like when you're born into captivity and they have your birth certificate being exchanged on the dark market, being traded back and forth. They have a life insurance policy already on you from the time that you are born. When your mother signs that contract, that birth certificate now binds you into the system. As sure as they were able to do that without your permission, is as sure as you are already existing in the digital matrix. You just don't know it. And when we zone out and we talk about people being enslaved for 400 years, being locked out of buying properties. And so therefore, they became behind on building wealth because they could not own things. And so everyone else got a head start. And then you see the Black Americans or slaves at that point were locked out of doing those things. It's going to be the same thing. What do you think they're doing down there now? They're going to have all the lands in the digital matrix. They're going to control all of the systems in the digital matrix. They got your app. They already have you down there. They got your, your likes, your dislikes. All of this data gathering they've been doing on us through all of these websites and everything. They have you down there. All they need to do is just give you an avatar. You're already existing in it. You don't even know. You've already given your consent. And so when we finally come into awareness that we are there, when we wake up in the digital matrix, there will be one band, one sound, one government, one voice running everything. And you will be a slave. You won't be a sovereign person inside of this system because there's only one authority. They want to be source. That's been this whole thing. They want it to be source. This is what I'm saying, guys. Wake up. When we zone out, this is what is happening on a larger scale. And these foundations, they don't care nothing about God and your salvation. Why would they? When they're blowing up, little ones all over. And by the way, I saw that as well. I saw little ones getting harmed, injured, blown up. We will see more of that. If you think these people care about you, you got another thing coming. So what I'm saying is these elites are gone. They've already done what they were supposed to do. We are already moving into the voice box, the one God voice box, the one voice box of government. It's only a matter of time until those cyber police turn on us. They already got ICE in as a cyber security, securist or whatever. They already have the police and the military in there. Is what I'm saying. By the time you even get there, the only position you could play is a slave because you were locked out of the building of that. And so when we talk about the reset, what people are saying, I want to let you guys know that this is the macro version of the reset. And it will take time to build this out, but they're already doing it. And there is a shell of you already existing within this. This is why it's important every night to call your energy back, rescind all of these contracts. I do not consent. I unplug from anything that is not organic. I unplug from anything that is not me and that is not of source. And shut down any and all, like, centers in your body that could be susceptible for implantation. This is what I am saying. Guys, please subscribe to this channel and please like the video. I put my heart, my soul, my energy. Sometimes I don't even sleep because I'm just getting messages and I'm recording and I'm literally putting the pieces together because I don't want us to end up in a digital matrix. Because once we get into that matrix, I don't even know if it would be possible for us to ever get out. Because now you'll be in a matrix inside of a matrix. We got to wake up now while we're still alive. The church is turning on us. Y'all got to understand the church is turning on us. And this is what they're going to use. I was channeling heresy. So heresy is a belief or opinion contrary to orthodox religions. They will say that we are doing heresy when we believe opposite. This is what they want. And you know it will be fake and farce because when has they ever wanted anything good for us but just to link into us and literally suck us dry through taxes and through all of these different organizations and weird rules and laws that they have? We've just been a tool for siphon. This whole earth is a massive siphon fest. This is not to scare us. This is to empower us. Because if they're siphoning off of us, then we are the God. We possess the God, Jane. We are the source. We're their source. We can win when we break their tools and their chains. Don't let them take us into the digital matrix. They will use heresy. They will appear that you're getting law and order back through, America saying they're a Christian nation, or even through this one world government, or even through peace treaties. A moment of peace will be a lie. It won't be the revival that we've all been waiting for. It will be them aligning up with prophecy. Who do you think wrote some of this stuff? These people are sick and demonic. There isn't one of good character that is at the top. You have to know that. And the ones that are of good character, they take them out. Like Charlie or hate Charlie, but I've spent time in his energy field. Even though I disagreed vastly with a lot of things he said, I agreed with some, but what I'm telling you, on a soul level, Charlie's soul is good. Even though I disagree with Candace Owens, on a soul level, Candace Owens' soul is good. And even though I disagree with a lot of Trump's ways, when I was in contact with the true spirit of Trump, his heart was childlike. This is not what we get now. This ain't Trump. He's gone. Totally the entity now. Who's running the nation? It's a demon. That's why everything is so topsy-turvy, because it's not even a human. It's a demon. You have to know that. So they will appear that we're coming into a one world peace, a moment of peace, a religion that we can all reach common ground. Yes, you'll still have your religion, but they say, come and partake into this, because this is how the world comes together. And then I'm telling you, they will use that to capture us, and they will put things in place like heresy. If you believe opposite from that thing, then that is what they will say. I was also channeling barrister. I think it has something to do with the court. And I looked it up. It says a lawyer entitled to practice as an advocate, particularly in higher courts. What do I always talk about? The higher courts of the cosmos. This thing is bigger than us. This thing is in higher court now. Just know that the true source, the true God, the true energetic currency that runs through each and every one of us, just know that that is our hope. Their God, I'm telling you, in these religions is dark, is demonic, is an entity that they use to link into us to siphon real energy. Because God doesn't need your energy, because you came from God. Doesn't need your money, doesn't need anything. It's all a lie. And you will see these things moving together. You will see these pieces. These people are gone. I don't know where they went, but they are prepared. They're in the digital matrix. They don't even need to show up anymore. The ones left on the surface, their consciousness is getting changed out if and when it's time, even if they need to keep them, but they're not listening, they will tinker around and change the programming. And sometimes they don't have to change the programming by actually doing anything technical. These people are trained in mind control. They know what they're doing. That MK Ultra thing is real. They will take out the memories where you went down in their underworld facility and they did all that stuff on you. You won't remember, but you'll be a shell of yourself, much like Kate Middleton. Doesn't remember, but she's a shell of herself. And you and I both know this woman ain't never been the same. So this thing is being seen in high court. It's time for us to come up in consciousness, and we can go in and unplug from their system, their false digital matrix, this false life we're living. This is a dream state. We can wake up and reclaim our sovereignty, because you and I, we are of God. They are not. They're demons. I was also channeling necklace as well, but it was like Source told me to look up the slang version of necklace, which is related to a violent act, as a hangman or a tie set on fire around a person's neck. That's what we were watching. We're watching Hangman. That's the ritual. They lined it up near the September 11th portal, because they know that that has trauma in your subconscious template. And so now you have the Charlie Kirk situation. Even, it doesn't matter how you felt about him, the trauma is able to go in and lay right on top of that 9/11 template. These are templates they've been building. I've been heavily channeling 9/11. I'm telling you, they're either setting up for another big event. This was a 9/11 energetically, yes, because it got all of our energy currency to the event. So just know that the Charlie Kirk situation was to redirect our energy for the grand siphon. because we were the Tower of Babel, which was showing up in Candace Owens. See, Candace Owens is coming up in consciousness, but she's also representing on a collective scale. The Tower of Babel is when we literally raise ourselves in consciousness so much that we can reach heaven. We were in nirvana. We were almost there. This is why they had to stop all of this, because we were also getting too close to go on a collective scale. We were waking up way too much. And so what did they do? They scattered the races again. They scattered and mixed up the languages. Don't let them do it again. We need to go to heaven, our heavenly state, our upper rims of consciousness, our higher consciousness. Stay here. Let thy eyes be thy misted and seeing with the inner eye. All of this stuff that they tell you that is evil is so that they can use it against you. So just know the churches are in on it. All the mega churches, not the small churches, all of these people. And eventually, if they're not in on it, they will have no choice but to step down. You will see a lot of the mega pastors stepping down. You will see this landscape getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Make no mistake about it. Who took out Charlie? Who staged this event? It's the church. And when I'm talking about the church, I'm talking about literally the 1%ers who literally use religion and church to literally control us and to enslave us on a multidimensional level. This is what I am saying. There isn't any more Trump. He's a total demon now. You got a demon running your country. And Erika Kirk is missing in action, energetically. She doesn't make it. She doesn't make it, is what source has said. Okay. Guys, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Put my heart, my soul, my passion, my energy into bringing you guys this message. We will reach nirvana. We will. We will. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And you guys be safe. And I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well, guys.